Tag TV and Tag Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. It's an economy best described as in transition. You know, jobs that once provided a lifetime of career opportunities and advancement seemingly disappearing overnight. One thing we all can anticipate in the future is it will be filled with constant change. What if? What if you could train for tomorrow, where you want, when you want, how you want? Imagine if you or your team could learn right from a desktop, conference room, or anywhere you chose. IT courses, business courses, and even vendor training from the likes of Adobe or Apple or Cisco or Cloudera, IBM, Microsoft, Oracle, and more, lots more, just about anything else you could imagine. Greetings, everyone. It's Friday, September 21st, 2012, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. The power of knowledge, not just any information, real global knowledge, as the Tech Talk goes to a training in a class all by itself. It comes from Avaya or business analysis or Six Sigma to data strategy or big data to data centers, data storage, databases, even desktop publishing project management, and Dell Sonic walls. If global knowledge is the solution to career advancement and business success, your problem in the new economy is over. In this edition of Tech Talk, Tino gets the rare insights into the secrets of the, training master as he speaks with Senior Vice President, Product Manager, and Enterprise Solution, Global Knowledge Training, Michael K. Fox. Responsible for the industry-leading global training provider's U.S. products and services portfolio, Michael manages product strategy and product management. His responsibilities also include development of classroom and e-learning course offerings and the blending learning technology delivery infrastructure. His more than 20 years' experience in strategic business and technology solutions, combined with his tireless energy, is the perfect balance for his additional role managing the company's U.S. enterprise sales and marketing business unit. What are the changes ahead for the IT industry, and how will they impact training? Insights into the economic effect on training and how an industry leader plans to stay ahead of the market and the competition. The Tech Talk goes to the ultimate training class as we meet with Global Knowledge Senior Vice President Michael K. Fox.
Michael, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Hi, Tino.
Let's jump right in. Talk about global knowledge a little bit. I think most of our listening audience would knows about global knowledge and the great work you do, but you've really catapulted yourself over the last many years, I think more than 20 years in the IT and business skills development and training category as an industry leader. How do you, this is maybe a tough question to start off with, but how do you feel like you got yourself into that position as a leader?
Well, I think that, Tino, first and foremost, for 20 years, one of our top priorities has been to focus on listening to our customers and really focusing on quality. We've grown global knowledge over the years by really providing great service to our customers, and they've enabled us to grow. We've made some significant investments in our capabilities around instructors and facilities and labs, and we've made a number of acquisitions around the world over the past 2 decades to really position us as the largest corporate IT and business skills training provider in the world today.
And you are all over the world, but just so our listeners know, mostly from Georgia here in Atlanta area, you do have an office. Obviously, you can do this training from outside of Atlanta as well, but you do have an office in the Atlanta area, right?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a training center in Atlanta, a very nice training center. It's one of our most important markets in the United States.
So, I mean, training is given the cloud and mobility and virtualization and all the other key words that are going on and all the different training requirements that are changing so fast. How do you guys stay ahead of the curve, if you will?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's challenging. It's challenging for our customers as well, because as you think about some of the new trends emerging in IT, like cloud and big data and mobility and bring your own device and some of these things, there's a tremendous amount of complexity associated with those, and we're in a unique position to serve our customers because we're really the only training company that can bring to bear all of the major technology solutions from folks like Cisco and Microsoft and VMware and Citrix and IBM and Red Hat, as well as the business skills that are required. And we can bring those together and really assess an organizational capability and assess their skills and put together a very efficient training program and run that in Atlanta or on a national or even a multinational basis.
So you started getting into this, but let's just delve a little deeper in terms of the changes that you're seeing in the IT industry and how it impacts training, because right now we know that there's over 4,000 jobs open in the IT space in the Atlanta area that people are having difficulty filling, and they're looking for people with certainly the skills and also some experience and probably well trained. So what are you seeing in terms of that whole arena?
Yeah, I think the shortage of skilled IT jobs is really evident in a lot of areas, and our key technology partners are seeing it as well. It's a situation we see where the skills that are required now are beyond just the technology. So you've got IT professionals that have to have very modern skills in cloud computing and big data and mobility, but they've also now got to have business acumen and skills around business process and business strategy and project management and service management, and it's a very complex set of skills. And companies are really faced with that skills shortage. And again, we're a company that can really come in and help you bridge that gap and develop your workforce in a really efficient way.
And I imagine you can train like one individual from a company that may join a class with individuals from other companies, or you go into the company and work with them to develop a portfolio of programs to support their business direction. Is there a preferred model of those two?
No, we do both substantially, actually. Part of our business is very transactional, where if you have a particular technology or skill that you need to have training in, you can attend what we call a public scheduled class, which is openly scheduled and available for anyone to attend in the Atlanta Training Center. And then likewise, we'll come into a client at a very strategic level and really work to assess their strategy, their technology implementations, and put together a training program that may be a blend of classroom training and internet-based instructor-led training to really create something that stretches their dollars. One of the things we can do, because we're at such scale, is create an efficient enterprise-wide program to really leverage their dollars and save them some of their training budget.
Here's a question that I'm quite interested in. It's 2009, tough year, recession year, still digging our way out of that, depending on who you're talking to. I mean, we see a lot of positive things happening right now with a number of our technology companies. But during that whole period, how did the economy affect training business, up or down? I mean, are people skimping more on the training needs, or did you guys not miss a beat?
Well, that's an interesting question, because clearly, as the economy tightened up, companies did tighten back on the training spend that they have, but it actually ended up benefiting us as a company, because what we found was that, because of the breadth of our offering, we were able to go into a client and really work with them to identify, the many, many different training providers they had been using, consolidate that spend and give them a much better sort of per student price point based on volume, and really consolidate that and make it more efficient for them. So we were able to remain in growth mode throughout the recession, and the clients benefited from that as well. They had fewer staff, and skills were continuing to be very important to them, but they had fewer dollars as well. And we were able to help them consolidate those dollars and make it more efficient to achieve their skills needs.
So I have time for one more question, and it's since we're talking technology and the efficiencies that companies have to take on to enhance their ROI, possibly having less staff doing more seems to be the direction that continues to go. How about with your company? Not as much the staff question, but just have you taken advantage of some of the latest technologies to be able to deliver services in a different way?
We have. It's a really exciting time. The technologies and the Internet has matured to the point where you can now really deliver very high-quality solutions using technology. So one of the things that we're working on right now is to take the traditional, very dry sort of instructor-led 5-day classroom, and we're introducing a lot of very dynamic, social training capabilities and video and collaboration capabilities, electronic whiteboarding and a lot of things to make the experience much richer for the student. In addition, our students can now log in over the Internet to a very complex set of software and hardware environments that allow them to do real-world exercises without having to bring the gear into the classroom like we used to have to do in the old days. So, yeah, it's an exciting time for us.
Well, we're glad to have global knowledge in this area, certainly, and happy that you're one of our over 200 premier member companies. Michael, thank you for joining me in Tech Talk today, and best wishes as you move forward in the future.
Thanks for having me, Tino.